Greetings and salutations. My name is Heini Mika and welcome back to Paint and Explain. So today I'm not gonna be talking about this particular painting that I'm painting today. Sorry. Just because obviously it is not ready yet. And when I get to this painting, explaining this painting, I want to be ready so that you can have a proper look, because if I would start explaining this painting now, you wouldn't be able to see it finished until next year, most likely. Now it's September, the end of November, so you would the next time you see this painting finished is gonna be in 2020. So at the moment I choose not to explain this painting, because it would take too long for you guys to see it finished. So today I'm gonna be talking about a painting that I finished in 2017, and it is called Sing Song Girl in Saigon. And in my previous or first episode of Paint and Explain, where I was explaining Girls Visit Harlots, I mentioned that I'm a huge history nerd. I absolutely love and adore history, especially women in history and what women have accomplished, or what the woman's position in history, or whatever you want to call that. And this one is no exception. I was reading an article, article about hostesses in Japan, and of course that is linked to the geisha culture, the oiran culture, and I believe that article they mentioned they also mentioned this kind of courtesan lifestyle in China. And the article specifically mentioned sing-song girls, mostly from Shanghai. And these sing-song girls, they worked at bars and clubs, and they tended to eventually become kept women. So I suppose it's up to you to decide if they were actually like proper prostitutes or courtesans. If I recall, it was a little bit iffy, because the article I found was very respectful when it came to women in this industry. So I thought that was very, very fascinating to learn about, that these kind of kept women were, basically bar hostesses, and they were called sing-song girls because eventually, they would perform, they would sing, they would dance, and that's why they had value when it came to these high-profile men, that since their wives were expected to be very dutiful, not flashy, so for them it kind of made sense to have another woman by their side, who was artistic and who could perform and was trained in entertainment. So how this picture came about is that I imagined this girl from Shanghai going on a holiday in Saigon with her keeper, benefactor, and his family. And I have been to Saigon once, so I was able to use my own material when I was creating this painting. And so the girl, I dressed her in qipao, which is a Chinese traditional Chinese dress for the women. And yes, she's holding a panda. I just imagined that she would bring her pet panda with her. And also, this is my way of, in case you don't know what a sing-song girl is when you see the painting, I gave you these hints to indicate that she is in fact from China. And then she's wearing the Vietnamese style hat, and she's on the boat in the middle of this river tour. And that's basically the story behind this painting. And on the upper right hand side, you can see the leaves and how detailed they are. I usually, when I paint foliage or yeah, leaves and nature and stuff like that. I do everything one by one basically. And what happened was that because I have my tea here, I have the teapot behind the painting, as you probably saw. So what happened was I was painting here, and I managed to spill the tea on the upper right hand corner where you have all these leaves. So I spilled the tea here, and obviously because it's watercolor, it started spreading immediately. So the painting was supposed to be finished in December 2016, but because of the tea did such damage that I finished it in in 2017 January, I believe. But it was a fun painting for me to make, and I suppose that was kind of in a way the beginning of how or what topics I engage with nowadays, because previously, before that, I was doing kind of like a slightly more neutral topic or painting, yeah, topics, paintings, besides poppy field, which I will get to later. And this was, I would say, probably the beginning of where I started really lifting inspiration from history and from people and stories and stuff like that, and especially stories that are in a way controversial. Yeah, that was the story behind Sing Song Girl in Saigon. And so yeah, enjoy this the rest of this video where you just see me paint for a few more minutes. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you to all my new subscribers. That's because of Has Been Hotel, my Has Been Hotel interview, Has Been Hotel reaction. I was very delighted, and I still am very delighted and very surprised that I'm getting so many views for that video, and new subscribers. So thank you so much. That really makes me very delighted. And so for my next video is gonna be another artist reacts, which is gonna be more Christmassy. Yes, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. And obviously you can find me on Instagram and from my website as well. So thank you, and have a good day.